Hey guys, welcome back. This is the 14th lecture of our bootcamp series. So far, we learned about variables, classes, objects, methods, and data structures like array and hashes. Now, in this video, we're gonna start learning about loops and iterators. Both loops and iterators are very good concepts to learn and very frequently used in any programming languages. You can find loops in C, C++, Java, PHP, and any other programming languages, no matter whether it is object oriented or not. But loops are in almost all the programming languages. Now, let's start understanding them. So we will start with the loop that a loop is a repetitive execution of a chunk of code for a given amount of repetitions or until certain condition is met. Okay, so what I mean by that given amount of repetition or certain condition is met, that for example, if you want to print the percentages of or the marks of the first 100 students out of 1000 students, then you can run that you can run a loop through 0 to 100, and then you can print the first 100 students marks there. Or if you want to send a greeting message to the first 100 students, then you can use loop in that case. So you must have some amount of repetitions, must declare some amount of repetition or a condition that should end the loop when it is met. Okay, or till the loop should be executed. And loop is an older concept and available to use in almost all the programming languages. Now let's try to understand the types of loop. So there are three types of loops in Ruby that we will gonna study: that while loop, for loop, and until loop. Okay, these are the basics of all these loops is similar, that we have to define we have to start with a variable, and then there should be a range which will execute the particular piece of code until the condition false or the amount of repetition false, then execute some piece of block. Now there is a disadvantage with using loop, because if the logic written incorrectly or the condition is not met, then your loop might falls into the infinite execution. Because if logic written incorrectly, okay, then loop can execute some code for infinite times. For example, let's try to execute an example here. Let's say I have defined I equal to 10 here. Now I want to print some message up to 100 times. So if I do it like sorry, I not equal to 100, and let's say puts hello loops, and then just increment I plus equal to 10, and let's end it. Now you can see here that I have declared I by 10. Okay, and what I'm trying to do here, that I not equal to 100 and puts hello loops I plus equal to 10. So this will print the hello 10 times. Why? Because I is started from I is 10 now, and I just made a condition I not equal to 100. So when the I incremented first time, it becomes 20, then 30, then 40, then 50, 60, 70, 19, and 100. So this is the correct condition and correct logic, that I becomes 100 at some point, because I initialized by 10 or 0. But now if I declared I by any even or odd number, let's say I equal to 1, I equal to 2, 3, 4, 5. So any number between 1 to 9, then this loop will fall in infinite execution, because it never meets the condition that is required to exit the loop, that I not equal to 100. For example, let's say I equal to 1 now, and while I not equal to 100, puts hello world, and I plus equal to 10, and now. Now you will see that I have declared I by 1, and what I'm checking here that I not equal to 100, and it will never become. Why? Because I every time at the end of the loop I'm in each iteration I'm incrementing I by 10. So first time it was 1, and then it becomes 11, then 21, then 31, then 91, and then 101, but it never becomes 100. So it will fall in the infinite execution. Now you can see that this program is keep printing the hello world. If I forcefully interrupt this, then you will see that IRB about the interrupt. Why? Because I interrupted the execution. It was never ending, and it will keep printing the hello world infinitely. So this is the disadvantage of loop. But there is another concept that can help you to remove this infinite loop disadvantage, and that also works on uh, also works like repeating tasks for a certain number of time, and that is iterators. So what are iterators? That iterators are the method that naturally loop over a given set of data and allow you to operate on each element in the collection. Okay. Since iterator always iterates over a fixed set of data, so it never falls into the infinite execution. So iterator can be considered as a great alternative for writing code which loops over a given set of data. This set can be anything, a collection like an array, hash, or some time ranges, or whatever. So ultimately, it is a collection object, maybe array or maybe hash, and then you can loop through that collection. And the types of iterators in the Ruby, there are many types of iterators, but we I have just mentioned a couple of few important uh, iterators here that we will regularly use in or most frequently and or most commonly we will use that in our programming, that is each with index, map, select, collect, and times, and so on. So this is the basics of Ruby loops and iterators. In the next lecture, we will practice the types of iterators and mentioned here. Okay. So now let's try to understand that why iterators are better and not fall into the infinite execution. So I will show you that with the times iterator. Now, let's come to our example here. So I can use 100 times because I want to print hello world or hello loops to 100 times. So I can use 100 dot times do puts hello loops and end. Okay, so you can see that it has print the hello loops 100 times. Also, you don't have to increment your loop variant in each iteration. So now you can compare the sorry. So you don't have to increment your loop variant in each iteration. So it seems it is very reflected program for doing the performing the same task for that 100 printing that statement 100 times. So sometimes iterators can be a great alternative for the loops. So this is all about the basics of loop and iterators. Now it's the question time. What are loops in Ruby? What are iterators in Ruby? And what is the difference between the loops and iterators in Ruby? And is it possible for an iterator to be execute infinitely? So no, it is not possible. Or is it possible to working with iterators without any given set of data or collection objects? So it is also not possible because iterators always works on some collection object, whether it is a range, because for example you have to iterate through two time ranges or a time range from some starting date to some ending date, and there are so many dates between that particular between those two dates. So it is ultimately becomes an array of dates. Or if you provide or if you run through some integers for example 100 to 200, then you are also using an array that includes all the elements between 100 and 200, and you are iterating through that array. So it is not possible without collection and given set. You can use iterators, so that's always there. And we will see in upcoming lectures, when we start practicing iterators, that how good they are using, how good they are in using rather than loops. But we will also practice the loops, because some places in the programming only loops are the better choices to use. So with the time, you can also understand it yourself that what is better to use. Now that's all from this video. In the next lecture we will start practicing for the loops. Till then, thanks for watching the video. Tata, goodbye, take care and stay safe.